Okay guys, like I had mentioned earlier, this is freshly washed hair. I washed my hair earlier this morning. I added a few pumps of Kenra's silkening gloss in my hands, rubbed it together, and simply just ran it through the ends of my hair. What I found that does for me is it helps with a little bit of frizz if I'm letting my hair just air dry. And also it adds a little bit of shine to my hair, which you'll see a little bit more after we add heat to it. Now, no matter what, before you put any sort of direct heat to your hair, so like a curling iron or a flat iron, any type of barrel, I always suggest that you use a thermal protectant. So today I'm using Kenra's Heat Block Spray. So how I go about applying that is I shake it up really, really good first so nothing's settled to the bottom of the can, and that way the can doesn't clog up. And I have finer hair. I wouldn't say thin hair, but I have finer, not a whole lot of hair. So I can kind of get away with just spraying my hair as I let it fall and making sure that I get it all covered here. So I'm gonna go through and just kind of do that to both sides here. Now, if you have thicker hair, I'm going to suggest that you do this part in sections. And you can do that as we section and curl throughout the head. The Heat Block Spray does have a little bit extra of a hold, which you can feel in your hair. I like that because my hair is finer. If it feels a little too heavy for you, simply just brush your hair before you start curling, and that'll kind of break down a little bit of the product for you. So my number one tip is to, when curling hair, stay organized. So I have my part ready to go here, and I'm just going to kind of, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to run my fingers down the back of my head here and separate my hair in half. So I'm going to start with one side and then I'll work over to the other. So my right side here is just going to kind of sit over my shoulder. I'm just going to let it be there. So I have a clip here, and what I'm going to do is just go ahead and section out about 1/3 of my hair. I'm going to clip up this top section and just get it out of my way. So I, like I said, have finer hair. I will be doing 3 different sections as I go up on each side. If your hair is a little bit thicker or more dense, I would suggest that you do more sections. Where I'm going to start, since I have all of this off to this side, is my very back curl on the bottom here. I would say that this is probably a 2-inch section or so. I am going to curl everything on each side of me away from my face. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna take my curling iron and I'm curling that hair back away from my face. Also, what you're gonna see I'm doing here is I'm leaving the last about inch and a half out on the ends. And what that's going to do is kind of give it a little bit of a beachier wave look. And it'll also keep those ends straight, which is just kind of a look that I like when I'm curling my hair. I let it set just for a few seconds till I can feel the heat coming through. Again, it might have to sit a little longer if your hair's thicker. I kind of twist my curling iron with my curl as I go, and you can see that it's straight on the end. Now, a very, very important thing when you're curling your hair is to not run your fingers through your hair until it's cooled down. So since I'm done with this curl, there's no hair behind my back because I have all this over here, the rest of it clipped up. I'm just simply gonna set that curl back there. Now I'm gonna take this front section and do the same thing here, leaving that last inch or inch and a half out. Now you'll really get a feel for the kind of the look you like. You might want to leave more like 2 inches out. You also might not like that straighter look on the ends and want to curl the hair all the way out through the ends. I like just a good inch and a half out on the bottom there. Feel that heat coming through, and I'm just gonna untwist it on my way down. Now, the one time that you should go ahead and run your fingers through your curls is if you feel like you got your curl too tight and you're not gonna like it, way too tight. These curls will relax a little bit after I cool them, but if you're curling your hair and you're like, oh my goodness, I totally got a Shirley Temple curl and that is not the look I'm going for, you can always grab the bottom of your curl and kind of pull it down when it's still warm, or break it apart, and that will help the curl relax a little bit. So as you can see, I took down my next section. I'm gonna start in the back again and work my way towards the front. Now, why I prefer to do that is because if I start in the front and I have all of my curls done in the front and I'm reaching through them in the back to curl my hair, I feel like I'm going to mess up these ones around my face. So I like to get everything done in the back first and kind of work my way towards the front. Feeling that hair for the heat kind of coming through there. I have my last little bit of hair out. And I'm gonna unwind. Kind of setting it back there. One thing people always tell me is they don't feel like they got all the hair curled, or they're missing pieces, they have straight pieces. That's why I say I like to stay nice and organized when I'm curling hair. I start from the back and I'm setting my pieces that I'm already done with kind of away so we can just be done with them until the hair cools. Now again, if your hair maybe isn't long enough for you to kind of drape it over your shoulder here, you could go ahead and clip all this up before you even started so you don't have to worry about it falling back over your shoulder. Feeling that heat coming through, and unwind it again. Now you can do variations in the way that you're curling the hair. You can curl opposite directions, but for our first video here, I'm just kind of keeping it pretty plain and pretty simple, just an easy, achievable beach wave look. I prefer to curl it away from my face, especially when I'm working. I feel like if you curl it towards your face, your curls are constantly falling on your face, so I like everything to be flowing away. Unwind it. Okay, I'll let down my last section here. And I just kind of comb through with my fingers. If your hair gets pretty tangly, you can go ahead and just grab a brush and comb through. Do you notice I grab my first section before I lay all my hair down? If I set all the hair, I'm gonna get lost and kind of don't know where that hair went or where I should be starting. So before I drop that section, I part out my first curl and I don't let go of it. I just go ahead and put it in my curling iron. And we'll let it go there. Today is going to be just a very loose beach wave kind of look. These are the curls that I do daily. The more you do them, the easier that it's going to be. Everyone always says, I wish I could do my hair like my hairstylist. And in fact, you can. And that is why I'm here to kind of give you guys these little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. But truly, yeah, we went to school for it, but this is just a repetitive thing that us hairstylists do all day, every day. So if you make it a repetitive thing that you're doing, it's going to become easier and easier for you. See, now some of that hair kind of got lost in what I was doing, but what I was able to do is see the straight hair and just kind of pull that out. Another thing you might notice is I'm not taking my curl all the way to the root. I like my hair to be flatter. Now I'm done curling this one side. So like I was saying, I like my top to be a little bit flatter. So I just kind of take my curl about halfway down through the ends there. So this stuff is all cooled, but I'm not really gonna mess with it yet. I am going to go ahead and make sure that I have all of this hair that hasn't been curled yet over my shoulder, and then just kind of push the rest of that back so it's out of my way. So I'm going to move to my opposite side and just kind of do the exact same thing. Now some people may feel this way too. I feel like the right side of my head has more hair than my left side. So I tend to take an extra section on this side here. So again, I'm gonna just keep curling away from my face, leaving that last inch or so of hair out. Waiting to kind of feel that heat come through. And go down. Same thing, gonna work my way up. Now my hair, I would consider it longer. I wish it was longer, but it's getting there. For my girls who have shorter hair, that maybe your hair is not going to sit over your shoulders, or you feel like on the bottom half of your hair, you can't even really get the curling iron to turn in your hair. That is okay. You can still get your beach wave look. It's just going to be a little different for you. What I suggest you guys do with your curls is the first few sections, just simply curl your hair directly under, because with your hair being short, not all those long curls are gonna peek through, and you just really wanna get some movement and body to the hair at that length. And then where you're really gonna wanna focus is once you get to the top layer of 2 of your hair where the curling iron can actually wound up at least once, maybe twice, that's kind of where you will get the beached wave effect there. So again, my short-haired girls, probably shoulder length and above, just go ahead and curl those first few sections directly under, and that's going to create that movement for you. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm really surprised we have not had a visitor from a cute little 3-year-old that lives in this house. He was told that he can watch one show if he lets mom do her video. And so far it's working. Like I said, this style is going to get easier and easier for you guys as you practice and do it more often. I also find that you'll see tomorrow when I shoot my video, day 2 curls are also easier if your hair tends to hold curl decent. My curls stay pretty well in my hair, so it's just kind of a light touch-up depending on how good I slept or what activities I did the day before. Now, one side of the head might feel a little more awkward for you than the other, just depending on if you're right hand or left hand dominant, but you're going to do the exact same thing on both sides. Now, since my hair is freshly washed, day 1 hair is probably my least favorite hair. I feel like it's too soft, it wants to fall out of my fingers when I'm curling my hair. My curl holds better the next 2 and 3 days. So what I like to do is, that is why I use the heavier thermal spray, because it adds a little bit of grip to my hair. And at the end, I actually will use a dry texture spray. I absolutely love Kenra's dry texture spray. It has a very light hold, but what I love about it is it adds just a little bit of that grip to your hair, which I get in day 2 and day 3 from my dry shampoo. But I don't want to do too much too fast with my hair on day 1, because then come day 2 and day 3, my hair is going to feel absolutely disgusting and I'm not going to be able to make it a few days without washing it. So minimal product use day 1, but we still kind of want to get a little bit of that grip and that texture. Okay, so as you can see here, all my hair is curled. If your hair is longer, you can kind of peek through and see if you've missed anything, but it looks like we kind of got it all here. Now this side, since we just got done with it, it's still warm. I can feel it on my hair. You can feel it, or on my head, you can feel it to the touch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of come to this left side we curled first, and I still want my curls to be in there so I don't break it up too much, but I just kind of mess my fingers through it to kind of give it a more playful, bodyful look there. Now you don't want to do this until the curls are completely cooled down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and simply finish with my dry texture spray. Like I said, I love this product. I think everybody should have this product in their cupboard. I'm not a fan of hairspray. I don't want my hair to feel like it's going to stay right where I put it. I don't want my hair to stay like this all day. I want my hair to feel flexible and movable. So when you use this though, you can feel the grip that it puts on your hair. And I love that. Now I'm gonna go to the other side, break through my curls. I always feel like the most important curls are these two because they're kind of sitting right around your face. And that is how you achieve a beach wave look with day one hair. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please like my video. Feel free to share my video. Also message me if you have any questions, whether it be regarding the curl we just did, any of the product I used, or any other hair related questions. I'm always here for you guys. So please like and share and keep your eyes peeled for my videos later this week. I appreciate you guys.